get started. Come to the middle of your mat, bring your feet together. Let's start with some jumping jacks. So we're just gonna get warmed up. You're gonna do your jumping jacks. I'm gonna talk, at least for the first little bit. I'm just gonna explain how the workout's gonna work. So we're gonna do 4 separate sets, and in each of our sets we're gonna have 3 exercises, 4 times a piece. So 4 rounds, 3 sets, and then 4 sets total. All right? It's gonna be 30 seconds of work, 5 seconds of break, and the break is just gonna be a transition. So you're gonna do 12 times 30 seconds in a row. If you're good at math, well, you can see how long that's gonna be, and then we'll get a 90-second break. Let's turn these into cross jacks. So bring across your hands across your body, feet across your body, just like that. So shoulders are opening, getting that breathing going. Today is a core and strength class, so things are gonna be a little slower. We're gonna have more time under tension, less heart rate up, and more burn in those muscles, all right? Let's plant those feet, nice big circles through those shoulders. And then switch directions. Anything that we do, you can modify in any way, make it harder, make it easier. Let's open and close those shoulders. Nice big stretch through the chest here. And if you ever need to take a break that I'm not telling you to take, no problem. Take that break. It's all good. Let's add a little twist. So both shoulders to one side and then the other. Just getting everything warmed up, loosening stuff up. Feeling good here so far. Try not to hit the wall. Every time. Every time. All right, coming down to your hands and knees, we're just going to stretch out the wrists. So you're going to spread your fingers nice and wide, lean into and out of the forearms. Good, and then you're going to spin those hands around so the fingers face you, and lean back into the insides of the forearms here. Nice big stretch. And then last one, put the backs of the hands down, palms up. You're going to lean back and into the forearm here, just like that. Give those fingers a little wiggle if you need to. That can feel really nice. And then we're going to plant our hands back in neutral. We're going to draw some big circles through our hips. So maybe 4 in each direction with each leg. Keeping the torso nice and still, just getting those hips warmed up. Other direction. Nice big circles. And other leg. 4 in each direction with each leg. Awesome, just like that. Give the hips and the shoulders a little wiggle, wrists a little roll. And last thing before we start, just a few good mornings, just to get those hamstrings all warmed up. So hands behind the head here, just send those hips back. Feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings. And stand up. Send those hips back. Nice big stretch. Stand up, keep that core on here. Let's do 2 more. I'm pausing here at the bottom so I can really feel those hamstrings. And stand up, last one. Awesome. All right, give everything a wiggle. Grab a sip of water if you need to before we start. Our first round, first 3 exercises, we're gonna do a duck walk, and then we're gonna do a clamshell-ish on each side. So those will be our other 2 exercises. Just getting those glutes, those hips, everything warmed up. Duck walk looks like this. I come down to the bottom of my squat. So for me, that's all the way down here. For you, it might be up here for today. That's cool too. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take a step, maybe 4 or 5 steps forward, staying low, and then 4 or 5 steps backwards. Just like that. So maybe you're at the bottom here, maybe not. Totally totally up to you. Duck walk, forward and back at the bottom of the squat. The ankle stays relatively neutral. So I don't want to lift up onto my toes. I want to see how low I can keep that ankle. From there, we're going to come down onto our side, lying on our side. My bicep's going to be my pillow. I'm going to lift my top leg, and from here, I'm going to turn my knee down, heel up, and I'm going to lift and lower this leg. So a clamshell, feet stay together. Here, what I want you to do is lift that heel, keep the knee down, and then lift and lower that leg. We'll do that side for 30 seconds, then we'll flip over, we'll do the other side for 30 seconds. 4 rounds total. You guys ready? We're gonna start with that duck walk in 10 seconds. Totally up to you, how low or how high. Doesn't matter to me. I just want your back to be nice and tall. Come on down. Here we go, we're gonna do 30 seconds. Walking forward, and then walking back. Beautiful, just like that. So whether you're at the bottom of your squat, right at the floor, or maybe you're up high, knees almost at 90 degrees, doesn't matter. I'm thinking about sitting back here. Time. Lie down on your side, you choose. We're going into that clamshell-ish. So lift up that foot, lift, and lower here. So in this position, my pelvis is neutral. So I'm not letting my hip come up to my shoulder. I'm keeping it nice and long, away from my shoulder. Lifting and lowering this leg. My neck is soft and relaxed. Beautiful. Lift that core. Time. We're going to switch sides. So roll over. Biceps under the head. Lift up that leg. Lift and lower. So in this position, I'm thinking about lengthening that top hip away from my shoulder. I'm thinking about pulling my core in across my hips. And I'm internally rotating my hip. So what that looks like is knee down, facing the other knee, heel up. Time. We're coming back to that duck walk. Stand up, get down low, here we go. Forward, and back. Notice how my back is tall. I'm keeping my chest up proud, and I'm trying to keep my ankles, my heels, pushing into the floor. Knees drive out over the toes, and if I keep my heels down, then my knees can't go too far forward. If I lift up my heels, look what happens to those knees. All right, clamshell, round 2. Lie down, get that arm underneath the head, lift and lower that top leg. So it's really easy for my obliques to try and lift my hip to my shoulder. Don't let it. Keep it long, lift, and lower. Just like that. See if you can lift that foot a little bit higher. Keep that knee pointing down. All right, time for the other side. Roll over, bicep under here, lift and lower that leg. So turn that knee down, turn that foot up, keep that hip away from that top shoulder. Maybe even there's a space between your waist and the floor, right? So I'm actually totally neutral this way. I'm not squeezed into or out of the floor. Time. All right, ready for round 3? Stand up, here we go. Get down low. I'm coming forward and back. So we're halfway through this round. This is where glutes and quads are probably gonna start not liking it too much. So the idea is we keep that breathing normal. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep the chest up proud. Keep those shoulders back. You got this. Come on down. We're doing clamshell, round 3. Biceps under my ear. Internally rotating through that hip. Keeping that top hip long and away from that top shoulder. And I'm lifting and lowering at the hip, not at the waist. So if you watch my belly button should not move. Ideally, we're keeping everything still above the hip, and the only thing moving below the hip is that leg. Lift and lower. Time, take a break. We're flipping over. Second to last time on this side. So I'm lifting and lowering that leg, not letting the pelvis move. If you need a reminder to tie up that core a little bit across those hips, pull it in just a little tighter. That's it. Awesome. Keep lifting and lowering. You got this. We have one more round after this. Last time, come on up. Let's do that duck walk. Maybe this time you're coming right down to the bottom of your squat. Couple of steps forward, couple of steps back. I want you to keep that chest up proud. Hands are out in front of you, that's fine. We're breathing. See if you can take a couple more steps. Stay low. Nice. All right, last time on this side for this clamshell. Stack those hips. Lift and lower the leg. If you want to straighten the leg, you can for this last round. Turn those toes down. Keep that core on. Right? So I don't want to let my belly fall into the floor. I want to keep everything lifted across the hips. That's it. Turn those toes down just a little bit more. You got this. We're going to do the other side. Last round. Roll over. Here we go. If you straighten that top leg on the last side, straighten it again. Keep those abs lifted. Keep that waist high. Yeah, that's it. I'm lifting my waist off the floor. I'm keeping those glutes on. I mean, it's practically impossible not to. I know. All right, almost there. Couple more. Time. All right. Round 2. We're going to do an air squat. It's going to be at the wall if you can. So if you have a wall nearby, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to come up, face the wall, hands up, you keep the arms straight, and then you're going to send those hips back and stand. Send those hips back and stand. So the wall's there to help you keep that back upright, keep that posterior line engaged, keep that core on. No wall, no problem, hands up. Do those air squats. Try not to let yourself fall forward too far. From there, we're gonna do a modified shrimp squat. So we're gonna get down low in our squat. We're gonna tap our knee to the floor, back into the squat. Tap our knee to the floor, back into the squat. Just like that. And then our third exercise, we'll lie down, arms out, lift it, and from here we're gonna pull into a scap retraction and back. Big retraction and back. So when you do that retraction, you're pulling those shoulder blades together. You guys ready? Starting with that air squat. If you've got a wall, get in front of it. We're gonna keep that chest up really tall. Facing the wall, send those hips back and stand up. Send those hips back and stand up. So you want to be as close to the wall as you can without actually touching it. So if that means your kneecaps can graze the wall, awesome. For lots of us, that means a little bit more space. That's cool too. Keep that chest up tall. All right, we're coming to that modified shrimp squat. So we're gonna come down low. Ready? Touch the knee to the floor, back up. Touch to the knee to the floor, back up. And the idea is that I'm not actually putting any weight in that foot or that knee that I'm touching to the floor. So I'm keeping all of my weight in the standing leg that happens to be at the bottom of the squat. So I'm low. Tap, tap, just like that. All right, come on to the belly. We're gonna do that scap retraction. So pull those shoulder blades back, return. Pull those shoulder blades back, return. Just like that. Now, of course, if you don't like lying in your belly, kneeling here is fine. Bring those hands up. Pull those shoulder blades back and together. Back to the middle. Big pull and return. Big pull. Perfect. We're coming back to that air squat. Come to the wall if you can. Hands up. So, like any air squat, I want to send my hips back first. So I want to think about sitting back onto a chair, and that's where that hinge, that posterior, actually comes into play, because if I'm sitting back, I can just go like this. But then I'm going to hit my face on the wall, right? So I'm sitting my hips back, but I'm keeping my chest up super tall. Awesome. Ready for that modified shrimp squat? Come on down. So I'm low, touch the knee to the floor, back up. Touch the knee to the floor, back up. Just like that. That's perfect. Doesn't matter how low you are. You might be right up at the top of your squat. So you're just reaching with that knee. Just like that. Keep that chest up. Feel that core across those hips. You're tying up the drawstring right along the hips. Tie it up. All right. Ready for that scap retraction? Come on down the floor. Big pull those shoulder blades together and return. Big squeeze. Of course, you can always do this kneeling or standing, right? The idea is that I do so much in front of me. I'm always on my computer, push-ups. I want to make sure that that back line has that strength, has that ability to pull me into a nice, tall, strong position. Perfect. Ready for those air squats? Round 3. Hands up. I don't care how deep you go. I want that chest up super proud. I want you to pull those shoulder blades together. Oh, weird. And I want you to keep breathing. Are you breathing? I feel like Pete is not breathing right now. Yeah. All right, come to that shrimp squat. You ready? Come on down. Here we go. Tap the knee. Tap the knee. And if this is really easy for you, don't let that foot touch. So just kick that leg behind you. Doesn't work if the core is not on. Keep that chest up. Keep breathing. It's a little bit cooler in here today than it was last week, so I'm surviving. How are you guys feeling? Ready for that scap retraction? Come on down. Lie down. Pull those shoulder blades together. So when I'm lying on my belly like that, I'm lifting my chest and my feet, so I'm in an arched body position. You do not need to be in that position for it to be effective. All I care about is that big squeeze of those elbows behind you. That's it. All right, last round, here we go. Come to the wall if you haven't. Nice big air squat, hands up, send those hips back, stand up. I'm keeping my chest up. I'm keeping my core on. Don't forget about it. See if you can keep those arms straight. Don't let them bend. Straight arms in that air swan. Beautiful. Widen your stance if you need to. That'll help a little bit. All right, last one here. Modified shrimp. Get down low here for me. Touch that knee to the floor. Touch that knee to the floor. See if you can keep all of your weight in this standing leg. No transfer. That's it. And if it's easy, pick up that foot so you're not stepping behind you. You're just tapping the knee to the floor. Perfect. Oh yeah. We have one more exercise here. Scap retraction. Lying on your belly or kneeling. I don't care. I want you to bring those elbows all the way back. Squeeze them together. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Pull those elbows behind you. Imagine you could get your shoulder blades to touch. Oh yeah. Like that. Just like that. Almost there. Couple more reps. Get a break here. Time. Take a break. All right. So, now we're going to do some front side work. Inchworm. We're going to attempt a hold at that stretched out position and then push-ups. So inchworm's going to look like this. I'm starting standing. I'm going to walk my hands out even further than a push-up, and then I'm going to walk my hands back and stand up. Just like that. That's what we're going to do for 30 seconds. Then, our next round, we're going to hold at the stretched out position. So you're going to find something past a push-up, hold it. Maybe I'm doing this from my knees, no problem. 30 seconds. And then, last round, push-ups, chest to floor. You could do these from your knees. You could do them from your feet. You could do them against the wall. Whatever suits you. All right? So this one's wrist heavy. If your wrists don't like it, you can sub your inchworm and your stretch to ones on your elbows, right? So I could just walk my elbows out past my push-up position. Totally up to you how you do that. You guys ready for those inchworms? We're gonna start. Woo! Now we're gonna get a little sweatier. You're like, I already was sweaty. Ready? Starting with those inchworms, here we go. I want you to walk your hands out past your push-up position. Get out there, and then walk those hands back. In this position, I'm staying rounded away from the floor. So I'm thinking about lifting my core up across my hips, keeping my glutes on. That's really gonna help me stay connected. Beautiful. Big reach as you get those hands out. Walk them back under you. 5 seconds. Let's find a stretched out position. So maybe you're on your knees and elbows and you're just way out there. I want you to hold it. I want you to round your entire body. Round it away from the ground. That's it. Stay connected along that front side of the core. This is a long hold, so if you need to take a little break, take it, but come right back to that hold. We're reaching, we're lifting. All right, we're coming to push-ups. Whatever that looks like for you. Hands underneath you. Maybe it's your feet. Chest to the floor. Keeping everything nice and tight. Lifted off the ground. Beautiful. And I'm pushing my shoulder blades away from one another here. So I'm pushing away and might make it a little bit rounded in my upper back. That's okay. Right at the top of that push-up, push those shoulder blades away from one another. Time. All right, we're coming back to that inchworm. Maybe from your hands, maybe from your elbows. Walk out past your push-up position. Walk back up. Just like that. Maybe you're doing it from your knees. Hands are going out a few inches, back a few inches. I don't care. This whole time, wherever my hands are, I'm thinking about pulling them along the ground towards me. That's gonna keep my core on. Time. You ready for that stretch hold? Wherever you are, hands, feet, elbows, knees, stretch it out, hold it. I want you to round it out. Good. See if you can drop the ribs into your spine 2 more inches. Yeah, perfect. Don't forget about that breath. I know, I'm sorry. Keep those abs on. All right, time. We're coming to push-ups. Your choice how you do them. Let's go, 30 seconds. Hands underneath your chest. Maybe you're doing it from your knees. Maybe you're doing it on the wall. I don't care. I just want you to move for 30 seconds. Get that chest working. Pull those shoulder blades back as you come down. Push them away from each other as you come up. Perfect. Round 3 of inchworm. Here we go. From your feet, walk out those hands. Get them out there. Come on back under. If you're doing it from your knees or you're doing it from your elbows, that's cool. It's all about that tension from fingertip or elbow to core. Pull everything into the floor. Yeah. Pull everything into yourself. Round out that core. Time. You ready for a stretch hold? Find one. Elbows, hands, knees, I don't care. Stretch it out right to where you think you might not be able to hold it. Squeeze those glutes. Lift that core just a little bit higher. I know, it's so much core. It's so much shoulder. We just have 1 round after this. This is it. But we do have to do our push-ups first. Ready? Bring those hands underneath you. Let's go. 30 seconds of push-ups. Wherever you are, spread those fingers a little wider. Think about squeezing those elbows towards your body. That's it. And remember that rounded core. We're still rounded. Don't let the low back fall. Keep it lifted. Squeeze those glutes. Nice. Okay, last round. We're coming back to those inchworms. This is it. Here we go. 30 seconds. Walk those hands up. Don't stop. Pull that core across those hips just a little tighter. Nice. Almost there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Time. You ready for that stretch hold? Find a spot that you don't think you can hold. Get out there. Hold it. It's only 30 seconds. You can do this. Hell yeah. Come on, stay with it. Hold it. Even if you're shaking. That's okay. You got this. We just have 1 more exercise. We just got some push-ups to do. That's it. Time. Get into that push-up position. Here we go. 30 seconds. Maybe from your knees, maybe from your feet. Doesn't matter to me. Just keep on pressing. Big exhale as you extend those elbows. Yeah! Don't stop. Don't stop. Come on. Beautiful. One more. And time. This is it. Side plank, lift and lower. Side plank, hold. And then we're gonna do a 2-inch hollow body hold. So what that looks like is, side plank, we've done these before, either from your hand or more likely from your elbows. Roll into that side plank, lift up that hand. Lift and lower is hips to the floor, hips up high, hips to the floor, hips up high. Then we're gonna hold for 30 seconds. And then, this is the fun part, the 2-inch hollow body. I'm lying on my floor, my arms are out, and I'm just gonna lift 2 inches off the ground and hold. Now, it only works if my low back is pushed into the floor. So if you can't get the lower back to be glued to the floor, then we bend the knees, make it a little bit easier to tuck everything up and keep that core on and in. This is it. Last 4 rounds of these 3 exercises, and then we are done. You guys ready? Decide what side of side plank you want to start with. Grab a sip of water if you need it. So if the wrists aren't liking being up and bearing all that load, come down onto the elbow, okay? Here we go. Side plank, lift and lower. 30 seconds. I want you to really exaggerate that bend. Hips to the floor, hips high, and the whole time my body's in a straight line. That's it. 5 seconds, get ready for the hold. It's 30 seconds long. That's it. Hold it. Get that arm up. Remember, if in this side plank, this is too much, bring one of your knees down. That's it. Super easy. You got this. Hold it. I know, you want to move. Don't move. Just hold. 2-inch hollow body. Come on down. Stretch out. Come on up. So I am literally as low to the floor as I can be without actually being on the floor. And I'm pushing my low back into the floor, trying to flatten that spine. That's it. You need to bend those knees a little bit. Bend those knees. All right, side plank, lift and lower. Other side. Stretch out those feet, get that arm up. Lift and lower. I'm really exaggerating that side bend. I'm really lifting through the waist, lifting through the obliques, trying to get even higher. That's it. Don't stop. You got this. All right, 5 seconds. We're coming into that hold. Ready? Get up there, hold it. Get those hips a little bit higher. Get that core on. Yep. Don't stop. Just hold it. Put a knee down if you need to. And then we're going to come to that 2-inch hollow body hold. Not yet. Soon. Hold that side plank. Lie on the back. Get ready to come up 2 inches or less. Hold it. Push that low back into the floor. And remember, if you can't do this with straight legs, bend those knees a little bit. No problem. Hell yeah. Push the low back down. That's it. Hold it. Breathe. Find a place maybe that your whole body is kind of shaking a little bit. Oh yeah. Time. All right. Side plank, lift and lower. First side. Here we go. Round 3, lift and lower those hips. Get that hand up. Beautiful. Take that top leg and put the foot on the floor if you need to. Don't stop. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Oh yeah. If this is too easy and that top leg needs to lift up off the ground, time. Ready for that hold? Find it. Maybe from the hand, maybe from the elbow. Maybe you're on your knees. I don't care. That's it. Don't stop. See if you can get that breathing under control. Push into that elbow. Feel that lat. Feel that armpit. Beautiful. Ready for that 2-inch hollow body hold. Come on down. Stretch out those arms, stretch out those legs. Push the low back into the floor. Hands up above the head. Point the toes. Lower them even further. Stretch out. Don't let the low back peel off of the floor. That's it. We're coming up on our last round. This is it. We're almost there. Don't give up now. All right, time. Ready? Last side, last round. Get on that elbow. Lift and lower those hips. Side plank, lift and lower. Let's go. Beautiful. Don't stop now. Keep lifting and lowering. Feel those obliques. Feel that lat connect underneath your body. Push through that elbow or that hand. Time. Get ready for that hold. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Hold it. Find that hold. If you need to lift that top leg, I'm not going to stop you. Almost there. Yeah, you got this. Lift and lower if you need to. If you need to get a little movement in, if you can't hold it any longer. But don't let those hips fall. Don't let them touch the floor. Not yet, not yet. Okay, time. Last 30 seconds. Here we go. Hold that hollow body. Reach those hands out. Reach those feet out. Push that low back into the floor. If you need to bend the knees a little bit, bend the knees. No problem. I just can't let my core go. Don't let it go. Almost there. Come on, come on. You're so close. 5 more seconds. Come on, stay with it. Time. Woo. All right. Great work, guys. Oh, how did that feel? Okay, before we go, we're just gonna do 2 quick stretches. Make sure those glutes get stretched out. Make sure those wrists get stretched out. So I'm gonna sit on the floor. I want you to cross one knee or one foot over the opposite knee. Keep that back up nice and tall. Bring those feet into the chest. And then from here, I'm thinking about this knee, this bent knee that's up in the air. I'm just pushing it away from me, and I wanna actively do that. So I'm using my own glute, I'm using my own power to push that knee away from me. Get into that hip, get into that glute med. And then breathe in. All right, let's switch feet. So just do about 30 seconds or so per side. So I got my foot up on my knee. I've got this knee intending itself away from myself. So I'm pushing with that glute. I'm activating, getting a nice little stretch in through there, just like that. Awesome. And then our last thing here, we'll just make sure that our wrists get a little stretch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the backs of my hands down on the floor, and I'm just going to lean back and into my forearms here, thinking about spinning the insides of my elbows forward, and then I'm going to slowly make little fists and then release. Little fists, and then release. Couple more grips here, just like that. Fabulous. So if you really like the class, you want to buy me a coffee, the link is in my bio or my description. Thursday, 5 p.m., we'll do a really fun core and cardio. And stay tuned this week, I have a 15-minute glute workout for you coming on Wednesday morning. And Saturday's workout will be posted Friday night, as usual. Thanks for coming, guys. See you next time.